Harbour, the card game. So the goal of the game is that if you can manage to see the most penguins when the game ends, then you win the game. So each game we play 2 periods, so first period and second period. And after each period, we have a mid-game scoring, and then we do the final scoring, and then the game ends. So now we set up for the game. Now it's a 3-player example. So here we have the resources card. This is the fish, the goods, license, victory point, and captain. So the card you can flip over during the game. So probably the fish you flip over, it can be a goods. So the license you can flip over, it can be the victory point. Now the second row we have attraction card here. So depending on the player count, so we will flip like let's say this is 3-player game, so we flip 4 cards, 3 plus 1, like this, randomly. The next we have the game card, the area. We will draft in the card from this area. So we will reveal 3 columns. So this is the 1 card column, this is the 2 card column, and this is 3 card column. So the next we have 3-player area. So for example, in my area I have Harbour cards, and then we tag the Harbour card like this way because it shows level 1. And I have a level 1 ship already, and the remaining ships I will put next to my Harbour. And now we will dispute the fish card. So let's say I'm the first player, I get only 1 card, and the next player get 2 cards, and the last player gets 3 fish cards. So now we finish the setup. So now the game starts. So the first period, so we have drafting phase and action phase. Now I explain to you how to do the drafting phase. So during the drafting phase, each player will choose one of the combination from the game area. So let's say, for example, I will choose this one, and maybe the next player, the second player, choose the 2 card combination, and the third player maybe he wants 2 card combination as well. And now it's my turn again. So we will choose another combination until you have 6 cards. For example, now I have 1 card already, so I cannot choose card from the 1 card row anymore. So I can only choose from the 2nd card combination or 3 card combination. So for example, maybe I want these 3 cards. And the next player, maybe he wants this one, and the next player, he wants this one. And now it's my turn again. I have 4 cards already. So obviously, I can only choose card from the 2 card combination. So let's say I choose this one. So now I have 6 cards already. So the next player, maybe he can only choose this one. So he has also 6 cards. So the last player, he has 5 cards already. So he can only choose from the 1 card column. So he chooses this one. So this player also has 6 cards. So now each player has 6 cards in their hand. We finish the drafting phase. After drafting phase, we will move to action phase. So before that, we will remove all the cards remaining in the table, like this. So now we have 6 action cards in hand. So it's very important that which card you pick during the drafting phase, because you will use the card to build your preparation line. So we will play this phase until each player has used all of their cards. So basically we have 6 turns to play. So when it's your turn, you will play a card to build your preparation line. So how to do it is that, let's say this is your first card, you will place next to your Harbour. So each card, basically we have 2 choices. So let's say I want to play this card and want to use the effect letter. So I will tag under it like this way, under the button. So I can use effect letter. Or if you want to upgrade your hub, you can tag under it and then make it visible, the top part. So in this way you upgrade your hub. When you upgrade your hub, you will also get 2 fish as a compensation. So this is how we play a card. So basically, if you play the same kinds of card, you will tag under the same column. Or if you play different kinds of card, you will place next to the column like this way. So we will keep playing cards like this. So basically, after you play a card, you will trigger each column from the left to the right. So each column, we call it action column. So for example, it's my second card, and now it's my second turn. I play this one, and now I can trigger my action column, this one, so I can get 4 coins. So with the money, I can buy a license. For example, I spend 3 coins, I can buy a license. Or I can spend money to upgrade my ship. For example, I want to upgrade my level 1 ship. Each level costs you 2 coins. So let's say I want to upgrade 2 levels. So I can spend 4 coins and upgrade to level 3. So I will swap like this. So this is how you trigger your action column. So for example, later I play more cards already. In the later turn, I have many cards. For example, it's my last card, and I want to play here because it's a different kinds of cards. So now I will trigger my action column from left to the right. So I will trigger my money first, and then trigger my license action, and then trigger my field action. So this is how we do when it's your turn. So I will tell you more details about the fuel because it's related to the ship. So basically, for example, I have a level 1 ship here. Let's say I spend a fuel, then each fuel you can move your ship 1 step forward in the preparation line. So let's say now I have 1 fuel, so for sure I can move to the next action column. Once I move to the action column, we will trigger the hub effect here. For example, the hub level is 3 and my ship level is 1. So once the hub level is higher than your ship, you will get reward from your harbor. So for example, now 3 is higher than 1. For sure, I can get a reward from here, which is a fish. So I can get a fish. So during the game, the resources you gained, you will place in front of you because you cannot use it immediately. You must put back to your play area when your turn ends. So for example, I get a fish because of the hub reward. I must place in front of me until this turn ends. So this is how we move the ship. So I will tell you more about the ship that once the ship move to, let's say I have level 2 ship, and in this situation I move to the second action line. When the ship level meets the lines, for example the second line, and this is a second level, it means the ship is already prepared. So each prepared ship, you can move to see different attractions. So for example, now it's already prepared. So I can spend 1 fuel and move to the attraction I want to go. For example, I want to go there. So in this situation, I'm the first player to see the common island. So I will get reward from left boss. In this situation, it means I get 2 points. So another example, let's say there is already 1 ship and I'm the second player to be there. I'm not the first one. I will get the reward. Let's say this one, I only get 1 goods, but not 2 points. So each attraction, if you can manage to be the first player to see the penguins, and then you will get a better reward from the attraction. So it's very important that the timing that you move your ship. So this is how we manipulate your action lines, and then you will get reward from many places. So this is the action phase works. So basically, when your turn ends, you will move the resources you gain during the turn to your play area. So the most important part is that you cannot have more than 8 resources. If you have more than 8, you need to discard until you have only 8. So the other thing is that we have 6 different kinds of card. Each kind of card has different function. So like this money, we just explain it. And then the fuel, you can move your ship. And the seaside town, mostly it gives you goods. The goods you scores you 1 point when it ends. So it's also good. Another thing is like the shipyard, and then we have the research station and permit office. So each kind of card has different function. You use those cards to build your preparation line, and also you need to take care of the timing that when you can use the effect. So we have many different effect icon here. So for example, this means you can trigger it once per turn, and this means you can trigger it once the ship moves to the column, and this means you can use the effect until the game ends. After the action phase, we will move to the mid-game scoring. So let's say the mid-game scoring, we will score for our ship. The ship that still stay in your preparation line, you score for it. Each one scores you 1 point. But the last one, if your ship moves to the end of the preparation line, you score a point as it shows on the ship. For example, this one is moved to the end of the preparation line, so you can score 2 points. And this one for sure you can only score 1 point. Another example, let's say you have 2 ships moved to the end of the preparation line, you score 3 plus 2, 5 points. So this is a mid-game scoring. So let's say we finish the second period and then we finish the second time mid-game scoring. Now we will move to the final scoring. So basically we have 6 items to score. So now I introduce to you the first one is the victory point cards. If you have many, for sure you score how many cards you have there. And each goods you have scores you 1 point. And if you have level 5 or level 6 ship, you will score 1 or 3 points respectively. And each captain card, if you don't use it, you score 1 point. Oh, I forgot to mention the captain card. Each time when you upgrade your harbor like this, you will get the captain card. And captain card allows you to upgrade your hub. Or if you don't use it, for sure you score 1 point. And some game cards, if she shows the game end icon, it means you will score points from that kind of card as well. It mostly only appear in second period. So now the most important part, we will score for attractions. So we will score the attraction from left to the right. So for example, we score for Livingstone Island. So for example, the white player, he is the only ship there, so he can score full amount of the scoring. So in this situation, he can score 14 points. So let's see the second attraction. So we have 2 ships here, but they have the same ship label. But the white player is the ship that the first to see the attraction. So the white player will score full amount of the victory points, so which is 4 points. So the second player, the second place, you can only score half of the full amount. So in this situation, the orange player only score 2 points. So let's see the third one. So now we have 2 players. So let's say the purple player, he has 2 ships here. His ship will calculate together. So in this situation, he has 7 here and I have only 6, for example. So in this situation, the purple player will win the full amount of the victory point, which is 6 points, and I only get half of the points, which is 3 points only. So after we calculate each item, and then we add all the items that you score, and then if you have the most